Don't make me lose my mind.
Excellent. We caught Zach's on the stream.
Fantastic. Thanks. That's just
Perfect. Hi, everybody. We are down a Josh today, but sound is working. Yeah, sound's working. Cool. Okay. Hi, everybody. We got some folks that looks like everybody's recovering in one way or another from the holidays. People got sick. People still probably too full, but we're here. We're here. And Josh is out. He did not survive. It's his anniversary, so good for him. Yay, Josh.
Yay.
So we'll do some introductions real quick, and we'll recap from last week. Everybody for the cozy stream today, apparently, because everyone looks really cozy. But we'll start with Zach.
Hi, everyone. I'm Zach. I play Dorian, the Dragonborn Barbarian.
Sarah.
I'm Sarah, and I play Maximiel, the Tiefling Sorceress Bard.
Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf Bladesinger Rogue.
Going up to Maddie.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I play Isadora, the half-elf Gunslinger Guntank.
And Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel, and I play Blair, the Spirit Host Witch Warlock.
I am still here. I just did not want to, because I pre-gamed with some almonds, and there's an annoying sliver of almond in my tooth, and I didn't want to pick it on the stream. So I closed my camera and grabbed a toothpick.
You're fallen victim to one of the classic blunders.
Two sessions ago. I think the same thing happened to me.
And I'm Ben, and I'm attacking my tooth with a toothpick to get this almond out of here. Oh my god, it's stuck so good.
Gotta do it.
While I take care of this, what did we get up to last week, everybody? We'll do a group recap because I'm being assaulted by the food that I loved so much. Wasabi almonds have come back to haunt me.
Ooh, tasty.
I found it too much.
Yeah.
So...
Brain blasted.
I found the fucking book.
We got bamboozled by the Archmage Alaric Stormweaver, who knows Blair somehow.
He's a fake old man.
Yeah.
Trust him, but don't trust him.
Yeah.
We got swarmed by people that are convinced that because we were there for the ascension of Onirian, that we can somehow enact their will in the world, and we were like, we are not involved. Go ask the people that are, please. And what was that one guy? Trayvon helped the crowd kind of shuffle towards which Spire? Spire the Dreamer.
Yeah, and also Isadora found a book written by Iovnifiophia, the aspect of life.
Mm-hmm.
Iovnifia.
And
dragon name Squish.
And helped by Brundoinum, aspect of time.
Our girl.
Your girl, she was there.
Girl.
And the inside of it was a tapestry, like a reprint of a tapestry that you all were like, we recognize that tapestry.
Also, Imana is not the Herald of Rot. Imana is trying to open the gate for the Herald of Rot.
Yeah. According to, what's his name? Alaric.
Yeah.
Alaric?
Alaric? Was it? Yeah.
It's Alaric. I think it's Alaric because it's pronounced differently than Alaric from the Vampire Diaries.
Oh.
Yeah, Alaric.
I haven't seen that show in like
Al.
5 years.
Al.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm sure he won't disintegrate us if we call him Al.
I mean, let's hope. He was pretty rude.
He was a sweetheart to everybody but you.
But me.
Because you presumed yourself better than a god.
Oh, I didn't. I was just like, hey, I got this gun and there's all this knowledge. Maybe I could do something to give myself a power up. And so I'm like, hey, you got any of those? And he's like, oh, this weapon, this divine weapon gifted you by a god. You think you're better than a god? Just twisted it all up. And
he was a twisty little man.
I like that I disapparated 7 people and I'm still on a better tier than you are. Just for one comment.
Camera will
Yeah.
not focus. Focus.
You can fix a disapparition. You can't fix hurtful words.
You can't.
No,
You
Words
can't.
hurt forever.
they do.
I think it's also of import to note the knowledge that Max gained while on her brain blasting time trip.
Oh yeah.
She now knows
She's
phenomancy.
Yeah, there's something about that.
Little bit. I totally didn't get your spells in because I was not
It's okay.
feeling super great and busy all week.
Max is going to probably feel weird about using phenomancy, so you can take your time.
Excellent. Yeah, and Jaeger ran off and was checking out stuff inside of the spire
Oh
and
yeah.
totally
And he got a
ran into
little
the
in trouble.
Liber Spectre.
Got caught fucking immediately by the ghost of a library monster or whatever.
Liber Spectre.
The Liber.
A Liber Spectre.
Yep, the Liber
Is
Spectre.
that a D&D thing or is that your own creation?
No, it's something I made up. It's called the Liber Spectre, the Harbinger of Tomes. It's literally a big sorting machine unless you piss it off, and then it attacks you with terrible books. And has a soul draining aura, but it has an ability called an inscrutable sorting. It's just a passive ability. The Liber Spectre sorting criteria are enigmatic and unnerving. It may arrange books based on the sins contained in their pages, the anguish of their authors, or otherworldly criteria that defy moral understanding. If you try to comprehend its sorting techniques, you take psychic damage.
That's the thing that
It'll start sorting in front of you, and it'll just mess with your head.
It's gonna sort your souls.
Sort this book based on how horny it is.
It's a fucked up little creature, but luckily Jaeger saw it, was just like, no, thank you, pass, hard pass. Good times. And yeah, you were eventually gonna go up and talk to old man Thistledown, but we got brain blasted. We started looking for books, and
And then we found the Eye of Neophia.
we found the
Book.
the book from Neophia, and that kind of
I got confirmation
Yeah,
that
that's
something
it.
is deeply wrong with me and can't be fixed.
No, he just said he couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
He said if it's fixable, he doesn't know anyone who's capable of it either. And
He
God,
doesn't.
I don't know.
He's a pretty powerful dude, but he doesn't know anybody.
Yeah,
Sam, wait, does Sam want a Liber Spectre? Is that what she wants?
Well,
I want one.
Oh man, that should be something we had Sam draw, was the Liber Spectre sorting books and Jaeger just noping out of there. Anyways,
Talk wordy to me. Sorry, I just saw the name of the.
the name of today's stream is Talk Wordy
that's
to
the name
Me.
of the
Nobody said anything. It's been sitting there forever.
Oh.
That's funny.
If I don't look at it, it's not real.
It exists. Now that Sarah said it, she spoke it into the universe and it exists.
There goes Sarah.
Damn it, Sarah.
But
I think it's funny.
thank you, Sarah. You can have inspiration because you like my terrible puns.
Sarah, you're so good
you
at that.
You can't bring me snacks, but you can appreciate my puns and get your inspiration for the day.
Okay, I'll take it.
So we left off with everybody kind of I think it was Soren was sitting reading and Doran was going to the hospital wing with Maximiel and had
Coming
turned around.
from.
No, we were coming
she'd
from
come
it.
out. Yep, and then
Yeah,
was
we were.
leaving, and Isadora was walking by with their book, and you found out that it was written in British, and then you opened the book and you were like, "Oh my gosh!" And that's where we ended the session. Pretty
Also
sure.
coming back downstairs after he was like, "You can have the book," and I was like, "Okay."
That's right. So everybody was kind of converging back together, except for Jaeger, who's off trying to comprehend other realities, apparently.
You know, like you do.
It's literally like seeing the creature underneath Kosoba, except for like strange mana tendrils. It was book sorting tendrils, and it was much more consumable sized, not the size of an entire dimension.
So we have a giant monster at the center of our planet. Okay.
Wait, where?
The thing under Kosoba. I mean, I guess Kosoba isn't at the center of our planet, but it's our gravitational center, so. The monster is our gravitational center.
How do you do that? Have I said that before?
No, we
Yeah.
put that together a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's one of those ones that I can never remember if I said it to this group, and I've kept my mouth shut for a long time. So I'm like, I don't know if they know this.
Backwards from if Eterna isn't a different plane of existence and those gateways led to different places that are very clearly on Cyorion, then that means that place is somewhere in Cyorion. If it was in caves or like underground somewhere with one beam of light, it was probably in like the crust of the planet or something like that.
You guys are so smart.
We did it.
Well, good. Then I'll unofficially confirm, not for your characters, but it does exist in the middle, like because it's the bowl shape. It's the it is near the chute for the maw, so it's like off there in the center. And it was definitely inspired by Deep Impact, or no, what was it? The core when they when they drilled the ship down. I think I did tell that to you guys because I showed you guys the little crystal inspiration when they went inside the giant geode. That was inspiration for Kosoba. It's a giant geode. It used to be inside of the mantle of the planet, but that got blown up and solidified, so now it just kind of hangs out in its spot.
Oh, it's in space.
So, yeah. And there's tides for reasons, you know. Because I remember Sarah thinking about that one day, being like, "Is there tides?" Yes. Okay, cool. So, you guys are all kind of rejoining back together. I would say that Jaeger's not off running around doing his own thing. He's kind of, he was investigating some books, but you guys do spot him as well. He's still okay and safe and fine. But the five of you all get back together.
I come downstairs just clutching the book.
Find something good, buddy?
Yes.
Weird to see you look that happy. I'm slightly worried, but I'm pretty sure it's okay.
I take peepers from behind Sora's shoulder, who's been listening the entire time.
How did you all fare?
I mean, after a quick trip to the hospital wing, we found this book that was written by Bryndoinum and the Aspect of Life.
Yeah, I found it in this weird section that is like literally like 2 shelves big. They all say it's fiction. Well, it was like this dedicated section to the world of Cyorion. Like it was like this fictional story, like kids' storybooks section.
Those fuckers, they think we're not real.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of, you know,
I mean,
we
it's
didn't
fair,
think
but
they were real. They don't think we're real. It's
seems to be a coin toss of whether or not people know about the other side.
Yeah.
You noticed that?
Well, I was looking for anything about Guer, and this very long title seems to have something to do with that. I can't read it, but it does have that picture. Does have that picture of your dragon lady.
We happen to have the foremost scholar on Bradish, perhaps anywhere.
Who?
I point to Maximil.
I'm the foremost scholar? Oh boy, that's actually kind of disappointing that that's what I'm the expert in.
Welcome to the mantle of responsibility. Heavy weighs the crown.
Wait, Max, you can read this?
I mean, kind of. She just like apparates a pair of glasses.
Her bifocals on, like, I think I can read it.
This word means light. This one means heart.
Oh no.
I don't know, Ben, can I read
What
it?
does it say, Ben?
You can piece together parts of the words like a 7-year-old trying to read a collegiate level book, and just, you don't understand most of it, but you know some of the words.
Don't any of you have comprehend languages?
Oh, yeah, I do. I comprehend languages.
What was the full title of that book again? Because I typed it
It
in
is
the chat, but I didn't write it.
an extensive and detailed history of the creation of Gwyer and the tales of the elves that inhabited it. With help of Bryndoinheim, the aspect of time, and penned by Eov Nafia, the aspect of life.
It is an exhaustive, and I mean, it is like, it is 6 days in the desert, thirsty, dry, while you're covered in talcum powder, rolling around in the sand, dry account of the construction and founding of Gwyer. There is a chapter that is just incredibly painful to get through. You wonder why a creature of such power and capability can't fathom how to write words that don't feel like you're swallowing hot stones as you read them. But it's about the different discussions of the elves and finding a way to properly govern their city and the best ways to divvy up whose houses are in charge of what and how to best represent the people. And there was a long portion about, you know, how a specific elven dentist wanted to make sure that dental school was represented in the government somehow, and that good dental hygiene should be a factor for becoming an elven diplomat. That runs on for like 6 pages about how this guy had these fantastic arguments, but this is literally like licking sandpaper. This is probably the worst thing you've ever read.
Max just starts to skip forward, like to find something interesting.
I have something for you to look for. Do you see any mention of the how the higher level government was run? Like a leading council that would assist the royal family.
Do I see anything about like the
Make a
rules?
wisdom
with the
saving
government?
throw. Like, how are you managing to read all of this, and how well are you like reading through it, and whether or not it's just driving you insane?
I said I'm skimming the parts that bore me, but just like flipping through, looking for the words ruling council.
Royal
7.
family.
7.
Am I going to take psychic damage for the second time today, Ben?
No.
Okay. I don't like the silence. It frightens me. I'm just trying to read a book, Ben.
Sure.
In the
Well,
halls
that
of
came from
forbidden
reading
knowledge.
I had to go.
Where's this new
I had to go
forbidden
Google
knowledge
something really
going?
fast because I can't think of how to like write something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and we asked ChatGPT here to provide me with. This dissertation seeks to explore the seemingly mundane yet fundamentally significant subject of creation and structuring of elven governance, particularly focusing on the establishment and evolution of noble houses that form the bedrock of elven leadership. The aim is to provide an exhaustive analysis devoid of embellishment that dispassionately dissects the historical intricacies of bureaucratic development that leads to the formation of the elven government of Gwyer.
Devoid of embellishment.
The introductory chapter sets the tone for dissertation, outlining the need for meticulous examination of bureaucratic evolution and elven governance. The brief overview of elven society, its predisposition to hierarchy and tradition, is provided, paving the way for a dispassionate analysis. It goes on and on and on.
Okay. The last request, maybe more specific. Do you see any mention of the family Sinowell?
Making investigation check as you read through this.
As she's doing that, I hocus pocus the sound of quiet, muffled screaming behind Max.
Yeah. Not good. 7 again.
With this final passage, we bring the dissertation into the present, providing the overview of the current structure of elven governance and the roles played by noble houses. An objective assessment of the impact of modernized elven bureaucracy is presented, free from any hint of enthusiasm or personal bias. No, you find nothing about the Sinowell family. This is exhausting to read. You thought the brain blast and being in your own pocket dimension for 4 days was exhausting. You're bordering gaining back a level of exhaustion. This is so painful.
This was
Eovneophia
literally
was definitely not a scholar. Well, no, actually, I take that back. Eovneophia was a scholar of scholarly, dry scholar works, but not a person who could write anything worth holding a reader. You have to be really passionate about the subject knowledge to want to read this.
Can I teach Isadora the way that you would sound out Sinowell in Bradish and just give the book to her to see if she finds the runes or characters of Sinowell?
Sure.
Since she's not going to be bored, she's just going to be looking through the letters like,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do we have this book to keep?
No.
Can I check it out?
You can go downstairs and ask, sure.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'll try.
that's how you would read Sinowell. Please
Family.
do not make me read that book any longer than I have to, please.
You've been a huge help, Max. I really appreciate it.
Sinowell is your family, I take it.
Yeah.
Head pats. It was all worth it.
Please tell me that's in character.
Oh yeah, it is. Does
Sorry, circling back, you said you went to the hospital wing. Why?
I
I'm getting the
spent.
sense that it was something bad.
It wasn't that bad. It's not like I blew anyone up using collateral damage or anything. So it wasn't like bad.
I look at
But-
Doran.
The head librarian kind of like broke her brain and made her fall unconscious, but in the 30 minutes or so she was unconscious, she experienced like 4 days worth of time in the past at some point, and somehow she has learned phenomancy.
Well,
Yeah.
it was 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
was.
fond of doing that.
All right, it was 30 seconds she
Actually-
was unconscious and then 30 minutes rest.
Yeah.
Why did he? How did he?
Apparently Blair says he's not
Brain blast.
human.
I piece that together quite easily. No. How did he teach you that? Did you know it?
No, he sent me into my own head, into the memories of when they did phenomancy on me, and did
you learned it
experiments.
just by observing.
Yeah, basically.
I just grab her by the side of the face. You are remarkable, but I need you to stop being quite so remarkable.
Read a couple of books, that helped, but thank you. Yay, 2 head pats today. I'm on a roll.
So that just lives inside of your head.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
at least now, and she like points to this little tiny cut on her arm, and she was like, I got that when they tried to take out a scale. I mean, like, now I know things. And I know how they did it. And, like, I can, like, use it to help people. Hopefully.
Yay.
Yeah, at least I know what they did to me, and I know that they tried to do it to other people. It didn't go well.
All right, we'll chalk it up as a win for closure at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still like to know what dragon gave me the ability to begin with, since, you know, that was one of the original reasons that I set out, but now I know exactly how I became what I became. Also, Soren, you seem tired.
Very much so. Something is very wrong with me, and I don't entirely know what, but I also don't have any knowledge or leads in terms of how to fix it, so we'll deal with it later.
Is it like mad? Wait, what? What? No. We're not.
Something happened to me when we passed through the nightmare at the very end. Imana grabbed me and dragged me back in.
I'm sorry,
We
what?
spoke for a moment. We didn't have time to get to it until now, and I didn't think anything of it until I spoke to Alaric, and He confirmed some suspicions that I had. I haven't really been hungry, but there is something wrong with me.
Listen, I know I'm just the guy with the low intelligence here, but we are in the biggest repository of knowledge this side of the planet.
I know. I asked if there was anything in this library or anything that he knew specifically that might help, and he said no. He didn't know of anyone who knew how to fix it or even what it was.
Can I make an Arcana check just to see if I know if there's something up?
Sure. DC to identify what's going on is a 34.
Great.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to know what's happening with the 15. Yeah, it'd be impossible for me to figure that out. Unless I sometimes persuasion it, but I doubt it.
Now that you can persuade what's trying to reveal itself to him or to you. However, a student happens to be kind of walking by near this time. If you can't find anything here, if it's knowledge you're seeking, and it's not in a textbook, it's best to see if you can divine the information, possibly. Spire of the Dreamer has other temples there, and there are those who peer into the future. So, if it hasn't been written yet, maybe it's best to look to the future to see if it will be written.
That's an amazing idea. Thank you so much.
And it helped when I
fun.
couldn't figure out how to do this spell, but turned out it hadn't been made yet. So,
That's awesome. Good for you, buddy. Thanks for your help.
I know we came here for something specific. It's all gone now. From
We
whatever
gotta talk to Thistledown.
Thank you.
What's wrong with this one? Yeah, he's on the
Grab
10th.
no, yes.
He's on the 10th floor. We have a gift for him. It's
mind.
this cup of
Grab-
tea.
Sorry.
Thank you. Like reaches down and grabs the 3 books that he dropped as he continues walking.
I go into my bag of holding, take out the thing of tea, uncover it, reheat it. All right, let's go.
Okay. So you grab the lift, head up to the 10th floor, go into Thistledown's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Thistledown?
Oh, okay, sure. So you see his door has, Mr. It says Professor Thistledown on it. Door is unlocked.
Professor of?
Nope, it just says Professor Thistledown. The door is unlocked, and you can just head right in, really. His study is a reflection of the chaos that's kind of consumed his mind in the pursuit of answers to this mystery. People said that he's gone a bit mad, and it definitely shows. Tucked away in this little office, the room is cramped and cluttered, filled to the brim with stacks of dusty tomes, tattered scrolls, and disheveled parchment. The air here is thick with the scent of aged paper, ink, and the faint hint of mildew. Jaeger would seem right at home. The desk is the epicenter of disarray. It is an ancient and scarred piece of furniture buried beneath a mountain of open books, hastily scribbled notes, quills full with dried inkwells, maps with hastily drawn symbols, and an assortment of magical trinkets vie for space amidst this chaotic jungle. Parchment with illegible scrawls dangle precariously off edges, threatening to collapse at any moment. The walls here, once adorned with scholarly accolades, you can see the frames underneath these obscured layers of overlapping maps and charts and diagrams connected by a labyrinth of hastily drawn lines. Candles of varying height and enchanted lanterns flicker on every available surface, casting erratic shadows that dance upon the sea of clutter. And in the midst of this, Professor Thistledown himself is a frenzied figure. His wild, unkempt hair and wild eyes mirror the state of his study. He moves about with a sense of urgency, muttering to himself as he's flipping through pages, occasionally stopping to jot down incomprehensible notes. The room echoes with the shuffling of paper, clinking of glass vials, and the occasional frustrated sigh. And in this madness, an essence of desperation permeates the air. His once orderly pursuit of knowledge now, Mr. Thistledown, is spiraled into this maddening obsession. You hear him muttering to himself as he's moving about this space, just the fourth one that went through the walls. You can this place.
Also, Dark Elf.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes, whatever it is, leave it at the door. It's fine. Fine, I have much to do anyways.
We're visitors. We have a gift from a friend downstairs.
I'm not taking visitors. Visitors.
But we have a
Does that
gift.
help?
Oh, a gift. Okay. Well, if the
Warm.
it's the tea. That sounds good. Okay. I guess I have time for a break. Yes. What do you want? 2 questions. I'll provide you. And he starts to drink this tea. It's much too hot to be chugging, and he's just.
What happened to your apprentices?
Stolen. Taken from me. Lost away. The Ebon Hand captured them. Sacrificed them to them all. I sent them after magical artifacts. I'm trying to study things and trying to learn things. And then they took them from me. Moved them beneath the sewers of the city. And then they did the city watch didn't help with anything. And they took them away from us.
What are you trying to learn?
And they... He upends the cup that's now empty and slumps back into the seat. Kind of breathes a bit. And you see his pupils get pretty wide.
Oh, we catnipped him.
What I'm trying to learn now is what happened to my apprentices. I'm sorry. Seems I have more time for more than 2 questions. Go ahead, if you will.
This guy is very interesting.
So we're also trying to find the Ebon Hand in the city.
Well, my hand's not ebon, it's more purple.
You don't seem particularly off-put or confused about our complexion. I
No.
notice.
No.
Not your first.
No, I studied gates before. Passages, arcane travel. I was the
We
wizard.
traveled through some of those. That was fun.
I was the wizard in charge of the king's last expedition.
Kisoba.
Well, I don't know where they ended up. I
Look at the rest of them.
had sent some people through the gate before, and we got it to work a couple of times. But it was
But it doesn't
And
work
friendly.
anymore.
Fuck was his
Nope.
name? Tarij?
Yeah. I'll
And
into the notes.
Ben, real quick, can I have peepers hang out outside to see if anybody tries to listen in to the conversation?
absolutely.
Tasoj
Tasoj?
Visoth.
Way back in my notes too.
Yeah, Tasoj. And then there is been here for a long time with
Illyria.
Illyria, Turok's cousin. He tells us they are from Eterna. Like lore dump of like Noldrith and what Eterna is, and there was the whole big and short circuited. He refers to himself as we now thing.
Oh yeah.
Keworth was he was one of the scouts on the king's last expedition.
We met him.
Keworth, you never
Keworth.
met. Keworth,
Not never mind.
Keworth, you know though, that was Turok's father.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding.
He
We've
hadn't mentioned that
met him.
before.
We've heard of him.
You know the name. Yeah, they were all lost. I reported back to the king, and I was bit ashamed of my failure, so I came here and I tried to learn more about the gates. I figured something must be written here about how to manage teleportation. You know, the magic is there, but something's just wrong, just fractured and incomplete. But there's something that moves, that kind of anchors them a little bit. And I think, honestly, it has to do with the Hoyasid. Those large rocks that are anchored to us somehow. They should float away, but they don't. Should move beyond this plane, should be cast off from Eterna. But something holds them here, that they're tethered. And I was able to trace those tethers, and I think that they may have to do with ley lines, but most people don't think that they exist. However,
Oh, no, they do.
yeah, see?
We know.
I knew Cyorion would have more stable ley lines. People like you would.
If you happen to have some lying around ancient dragon's blood, we can actually find one for you.
No. Unfortunately.
Shot in the dark, I suppose.
Yeah, a very big shot in the dark. Yes, you know, we have some dragons here, but they tend not to be too friendly. Umbral dragons, void dragons, dragons of magma don't tend to play nice with everybody else.
Aw.
I mean, if you wanted to assault one, I'm sure that you could steal a vial of its blood, but however, you want to stand toe-to-toe with a dragon, that's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that it wouldn't go too well if you stood toe-to-toe with the dragon.
No. However,
Or tried to fix him.
Okay, that was one time, and I think I could.
The only time she didn't.
However, you came here for my assistance, and you've been lost for some time, and the City Watch wasn't very helpful, unfortunately.
So we've heard.
Did they not believe you? Ooh, what if the Ebon Hand is with the City Watch?
I thought
And
so
they're
too.
like-
Possible.
I looked into that, but
Oh, okay.
I think that they sweep it under the rug as if it's. They have other things to work on. They think that there's more going on, and they have no interest in looking into it. However,
Have you tried sending to your apprentices?
I did, and something was wrong. I've been blocked out before, but they're under some sort of spell that keeps them hidden away.
So they
But that
are,
means that they're not gone.
No, they're not. That's why I keep looking for them, because I definitely know that they are not dead.
scrying, things of that sort, ineffective as well, I assume.
Ineffective, unfortunately.
Does that sound like what would happen when when Max was under the city and not able to cast magic? Does that would that ring a bell? Not being able to be reached by sending?
I was just going to see if I could make a general kind of arcana check to try and
Really?
understand what might work in that sense, but
Yeah, I mean, you would know. You know things like, non-detection spells, ward mist, anti-magic fields, things like that would stop someone from being able to be sent to or scried. Anything that nullifies magic in an area would do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the Ebon Hand has methods of doing that. I'm not quite sure which one they use, but I know that they use them, so that's honestly very likely that the Ebon Hand may have your kiddos. Or apprentices. I don't know how old they are. I shouldn't call them kiddos.
They're quite mature, thank you.
They're still your kiddos.
Yes. There is one gentleman, now that my mind is clear, who came after asking himself, long after the City Watch had finished their investigation. I mean, Elena had spoken to me a few times, but I spoke to a Captain Thorne. Thorne. Captain Thorne. He was asking long after the City Watch had finished their investigation and closed the case and branded me a conspirator. He still came and spoke to me. I found interesting. He had very pointed questions, specifically about the sewer network and some. He had very specific questions. There's an abandoned building on the northeast side of town that he wondered if I'd sent anybody near there, if I had sent anybody to try to make an exchange at some underground fighting ring or something. And also he had, yeah.
What is this guy's name again? Thistle what?
Thistledown.
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 That's a Thistledown.
Is that ended with an E?
No.
Oh, okay.
Also,
It
he
does
had
have 7 apostrophes though.
Yeah. He had it may be something else in Dark Elf, but the translation for you guys now that you have the sippy cup of speaking is definitely Thistledown. He had also heard the strangest rumor that the Ebon Hand is a group of vengeful spirits attempting to punish the city, which I told him was completely false. Just the most enigmatic information he had received. However, obviously I'd never seen
vengeful
spirits
sent to punish the city.
Yes, sent to punish the city.
By whom?
Lord knows. But, yeah, I mean, I've heard all sorts of rumors about them, that, well, I mean, I've confirmed that they definitely worship the Ma, but someone, there was one rumor going around that some lich led them and was sacrificing people that it abducted to itself for greater power, which is poppycock.
Does that sound like what someone who is not well versed in this subject would describe a mana as?
No. This is specific. He's specifically pointing out a rumor that someone had told him that the Ebon Hand is run by a lich and you shouldn't mess with them. He's
right.
Absolutely not true. No, I'd even heard rumors that they were able to transport people using gates or some sort of teleportation magic dormant in people's blood, and they sacrifice some people to cast some sort of blood magic to create these gates.
That we have seen.
Yeah, that one actually isn't that false.
Temple.
The tea suddenly starts wearing off, and the madness is coming back.
Can I try and depict, like, on a scratch piece of paper he has nearby, the sigil sequence they drew in blood on the floor?
Sure, make an Arcana check.
All right. 12 plus... I don't remember what my Arcana is. I hope it's good. 8. Dirty 20.
You recreate it fairly well. And you see why people call this guy a conspiracy theorist and a madman. You trigger a wave of anger. Whatever the effects of that tea was is gone. He's angry, screaming, like throwing notes across, looking at the sigils that you drew and completely ignoring at you and screaming at you all. Just get out. There's much to do now. Be gone from my sight. And he tries to cast like a force wall to push you all out of the room. The spell's not working though. This guy's off the deep end.
Can Max take his hand and like just try?
Sure, you try to take his hand. And
If he casts a spell, I counter it.
Yep, he immediately casts a spell at you. As soon as you walk
Countered.
up to touch him. Let's see. He is in his right mind enough to counterspell.
We get a double counter spell?
He's within his right mind. He's going to counterspell your counterspell.
I'll counterspell his counterspell.
Yay!
What does
3
that-
of them!
That
Okay.
means we roll on the table, right?
Yes, we do.
Chaos!
So glad I don't have it prepared today.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go back to
That
my
means
book.
something
happened.
random happens.
I would
Oh,
just
so
like
much
to
happens.
duck and cover underneath a table.
And Ben, does that count towards my 3 counter spells?
What, 3 counterspells? Sorry.
I need to-
Mr. Forever ago.
Yeah, you promised me a sorcerer thing if I got counterspelled
Oh,
or
yes.
dispelled magic.
That's one of 3.
Actually, I had another question. So remember when the Alaric downstairs made my magic go away for a minute?
That was not a counterspell.
What was that? Was it dispel magic? Phenomancy? Just weird shit?
Stuff
shit,
that
man.
god level
God
shit
shit.
that you wouldn't understand that he completely stripped you of your power.
Okay, cool.
Definitely not a counterspell. He actually went back and changed history briefly. He went like this, but he really fucked off back there and just completely stopped that all from happening, but kept everything else the same.
Has that power, uses it to fuck with people. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ethereal player
He's-
assholes. What
he's
can we say?
He's just trying to get back to where he wants to be. He doesn't give a shit about any of you people.
Clearly.
This is why Soren's a misotheist.
Thor, you cannot have my chicken. Go away.
Oh,
The
Thor wants the chicken. Give Thor the chicken.
Chicken.
I gave him a full fucking piece of chicken already. It's Kane's. I don't want to give you all of my chicken.
Gato.
Oh,
He's a baby.
kitty.
She's so
It's a
angry.
giddy gat.
The Angie.
Did you
My
say
kitty cat is
it's
also
Cane's?
here.
Yeah, it's Kane's chicken.
I'm getting a
Right.
Racing Cane soon near me, and I'm so excited to try it.
Fucking hate that place.
Okay. So, first,
I
we need counterspell to,
Fluffy. Oh, she's so
I need you guys to make your DC checks to see if you counterspell counterspells. So, we're going to start from the top of the stack down. So, Blair, counterspell, please. I need you to make your.
Already.
Can I duck and cover?
Oh, sure.
yeah, same.
Absolutely.
Seeing Soren do that,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know why I
follow
didn't
suit.
actually roll.
Yeah. I just, under my breath, no.
You duck down.
So plus
Duck.
5, 14.
14. Okay.
And cover.
Also, when I counterspell, a bunch of little sparkles appear because I have a feat for that.
Perfect.
That's
All
a
right.
feat.
His turn.
Yeah, I have a. Let's see. When you cast your favorite spell, you imbue it with harmless but impressive magic.
And
So you make like a little shower of sparks or illusory doves.
Maximo, you counterspell his spell. So Blair is actually able to counterspell his counterspell, which stops the effects of the actual spells. However, with that much magic occurring in one place at one time, things happen. So I need you both to blind DM roll me a D20 and a D100.
Yes, sir.
Oh dear.
Happens to him.
Funny.
That's why we duck and cover, boys.
Yep.
Also, would have kind of shouted to Isadora, just like, duck!
Oh yeah. Well, the moment she saw you move, she was like,
Yeah.
like.
She's never seen this shit before. I have.
Also,
In my head, it's like Doran and Soren duck down. Isadora standing there like, whoa, what's going on? And then we pop back up
And
to
then
grab
we
her and
pull
pull her
down.
down. Yeah.
All right. Which of you did
Also-
2 separate rolls and which of you did all of it
I
together?
did 2 separate.
I did all together.
Perfect. All right.
Also, fun
so
thing with
you
the feat for my counter spells, I don't have to use a spell slot for that.
That's disgusting. So you see him like push the spell back and then like step back and grab onto something, and then from his hands where he's touching the nightstand that he runs into, the nightstand shifts from wood to rusted copper. Like the nightstand is, the material is turning into rusted copper. It's a terrible reversed Midas touch. Everything he touches that's non-living turns to rusted copper for the next hour.
Oh, well.
And he starts frantically grabbing his notes, trying to figure out what's going on. And you see this man completely start to melt down as everything he's touching is turning to rusted
You
copper.
have
And he
just
is
ruined this man's
screaming.
life work.
He is screaming and trying to
fine.
save everything. So as that
Can I try and just-
starts happening, I just let me tell what these two are doing, and then yes, you may jump in.
Okay.
So Soren has the first pin in what the fuck happens as soon as this goes on. So two separate
yeah.
was Mel, was Blair. So Blair, okay. Well, you got the fun one. You got the unknown.
Chaos.
Absolute chaos. What?
What?
You know it's bad when the DM says what.
Fuck. He turns
boy.
to rust.
No, this is bullshit. You have a vision of an important story element, key information.
I did not know that was part of this. Fuck yeah.
Yes!
Wow. Wow.
Wait, so who has that? Is it everybody? who did the
Blair.
counter?
Blair.
Oh, okay.
Just Blair or everyone?
Blair
in the
gets a
room?
portent of an important story beat.
Sorry, Bear.
Just the visual journey on Ben's face of like, what can I tell her that is not entirely game breaking, but still important enough?
Break the game, dude. You put it in there.
Break it.
Break it.
Josh is in here.
Help us save Soren. Help us
Josh-
save Soren.
Josh is ooh. Okay, let's see. Nate,
Josh is in here. Why is that relevant?
Nate, I need you to
Yeah, how is
DM
that
me
relevant?
because you guys can all keep your headphones on.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Nate, I need you to DM me what your current stance is on our previous conversations.
I'm
Where-
saying, I actually wrote in Soren's journal recently about that exact thing of the fact that he found that book and that was like it was entrusted to him. He actually has something to keep going for, and that he, what did I write? I must continue to fight on. I must not surrender or acquiesce to the looming darkness on the horizon. I have a legacy to uphold, and I will make myself worthy of it.
Cool.
Fuck yeah, Soren.
All right, so Soren, this can either be about you or Jaeger. So you can call odds or evens. I'm gonna roll a d20 out now. If you hit it, it's about you.
I'd rather save Soren.
Evens.
That's just me.
Fuck.
Evens. We're going with pure
Even.
chaos. It's odd.
Damn it.
Damn
It's
it.
a 15.
Jaeger's information is still good because we do need to find his fucking family and manage that
Yeah.
yard.
You get this vision of Jaeger standing between on the threshold of this long blue tunnel, and you can see that you get fleeting images of remembering this now because this happened in the nightmare. You didn't see everybody's, but now you're remembering this creature that was speaking to Jaeger and called him the vessel. And the vessel's standing there, holding over him, talking to him. And I'm checking my effects really quick. So its hand on his shoulder says,
Surrender your power vessel. We both gain what we want.
Jaeger pulls one of the crystals out of his arm and sets it on the edge of the gate. And you watch as his family walks out of the gate back towards him. So, that was really cool shit that I didn't think we'd be talking about, but cool.
Of
We can
course,
talk
it's
about
the
that.
session that he's not here.
I know, that's why we made him an option.
Someone DM Josh. Fucking dude.
Huh.
Is that the right one for Maximiel? Oh, that is just super duper fun. I'm gonna write some stuff down really quick. I'm gonna write something in order here. All right. I'm also going to DM this to somebody to validate that I'm not fucking with you just to be mean. Nate, you're chosen because I'm just looking at your DMs.
Okay.
So, Sarah,
Yeah.
need you to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, I hate that.
3.
Sarah, of the 3, which one did she choose, Nate?
Years. Oh.
I rolled a 1. Sarah, something within the magic on your scales shimmers and changes slightly. You have no idea what happened when you counterspelled that and what happened with that surge of magic, but something feels tingly and a little bit different.
Do I feel older?
You don't. But you feel like a part of the control you used to have is gone.
What control?
What?
You feel slightly out of control of part of your magic.
Okay. Can I like cast Zappy Hands real quick? See what that happens?
Yeah,
what happens
sure.
when I do that?
You cast it.
Okay.
Things go. Zappy Hands works. Everything's working fine.
Blair's immediately pulling out her sketchbook and stuff and is just feverishly writing.
And Soren,
Something's wrong.
as Max is looking at her hands, Blair is feverishly sketching. The man is now screaming as every piece of information he's touching is turning into rusted copper.
I don't have the spell prepared that I thought I did.
Hey, chaos. I feel like Blair just said she wanted to counterspell the counterspell because she knew it was going to happen. And she's like, this is where I thrive, Chaos Goblin.
Chaos time!
I love it.
Happened to
Thank you.
me. I want to know.
There's
I
less
want-
chaos and more just, well, these casting shit, no.
Soren?
What happened?
No idea.
Fuck. Just in the most desperate, like, one Arcanist to another, just please stop! You are ruining everything you touch. Just stop it.
Persuasion check.
Guidance.
Ooh, guidance too.
Boone.
And Boone. Wow.
What does Boone do? I don't remember.
Gives you an
10?
extra
D10.
D10.
So
Or is it
D4
more
guidance,
now?
D10.
God damn. Okay.
D10
This is
and a
my-
D4. And
Is it more now though?
No, it's not more.
Okay.
No, something else happened with my upgrade. I forget what. I can do it more times, I think is what it is.
Okay, so I need to check what my persuasion is. This is going to be interesting. Persuasion plus 1. Okay, so 13 on the die, plus 1, 14. Rolled a 3 on the D4, rolled a 7 on the D10. So 24.
He is panicking at disadvantage. And he stops for a moment and stares at you and locks eyes.
Stop moving, stop touching things, just stop. I know how much you care about this, and look at what you're doing. You are ruining all of it.
What happened?
Chaos. I don't know. It happens sometimes. We're here to help you.
You can roll a
That does help.
d20 for him.
Oh, for the record, my boon is a D12 now.
Ooh, nice.
Is it really? Oh, cool. 19. I don't know what I'm rolling, but
He briefly looks for one and goes, I have these saved. Reaches down and grabs this like clockwork owl. It's a little tiny clockwork owl sitting on his desk. And he winds it backwards. And as he does, it starts to rust and turn to copper, but something's messing with it. It's called a save icon. It's a tiny little wondrous icon item that casts a bubble on written and
Save scumming bastard.
it's on
Oh my
written
gosh.
notes, and you clarify him enough that he's able to run it back, and it runs chronomancy through the room and just kind of resets everything back to where he stops and goes, thank you. I was losing it for a moment.
I gotta get one of those.
I don't think I can touch anything for a bit. As he like sets down, the save icon, and it chronomancies itself as it's fighting the rust and like reverses what's going on because everything is reversing. I'm going to lay down, on the
Touch
floor.
anything. If you need notes,
There.
we'll bring it to you.
Nope. I'm just going to go to sleep, and when I wake, I'll deal with this. Please take the owl as a thank you. And he casts sleep on himself and falls out.
Nice. I wish I could do
I
that.
consider this a win.
I do too. Can we name the owl Jeremy?
I sure.
Yeah, I like
Sweet.
that name.
Take the owl. Just
Should we? I have the bag of holding here.
Did the crazy wizard just fall asleep and grant us the ability to undo time?
he just knocked himself out and gave us a reset button. Yes.
So it's a
Nice.
save icon. It applies only to written material on parchment or papyrus or paper, anything that you write down or make notes on, or books. If they get destroyed or ruined, you have 1 minute to turn the knob on the save icon, and anything
That sounds like it.
anything within a 10-foot radius of the save icon is under its protection, and it'll reverse it to 5 minutes before it gets destroyed.
I think we should use that on the cool book that Soren has that he just got.
Yep. Very important.
Watch like all the pages go blank.
Who takes the save? You. So Soren's got the save icon.
I just have it and I pass it to Max just because it's rusty. So I'm just like.
It's undone its
It
own
unrusted.
rust. Yeah, it
Oh,
undid it.
unrusted. Okay.
Yeah, it works on itself too.
I thought it was struggling to unrust
Nope.
itself.
It was
Goes in the bag of holding.
As soon as Maximil touches it, she drops it. It kind of
Huh?
Oh.
it goes and it goes to thump on the floor, but it doesn't actually hit the floor, and it just kind of bounces in a tiny little ball.
Pick it up.
There
Hand it
is
back to
a
Soren.
physically touchable shield around it. There is a small force field around this icon. As you're like trying to touch it, there's a bubble around it. Max,
we can't even use it?
Definitely came from you. As you touched it, it went bloop and put a little force field around it.
Is that going to help with the little owl thing?
I don't know. Can I touch someone?
Me.
All right, I touch Blair.
Nothing
Does anything
happens.
happen? Okay, I touch the desk.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Magical.
Is it
I
the
touch
just
my
gonna,
bag
like-
of holding.
Nothing happens.
I take out one of the little fangs of Kirmi daggers that I just keep strapped on my belt. Just here.
Nothing happens.
Weird.
I stick my hand in the bag of holding.
Nothing happens.
I stick my head in the bag of holding.
Nothing
Hold my
happens.
breath. Okay.
Maybe
You really
no
shouldn't
more
mess with
weird.
bag of holdings too much.
Yeah, no more weird magical experiments for you today. That was.
What the-
I thought we were going to
I
explore.
don't know what's happening. Why can't I hold the thing? Can I try to hold the thing again?
Can anyone else hold it?
Sure.
Can I hold it?
It's got a little force bubble around it.
No, Blair's just
Oh,
holding
so
the
it's stuck
bubble
that
like
way. It's not like a max thing. It's like a. It's
Can
like
I
that
try
now?
to drop it?
You can't control it to drop, but you can feel that it's your magic.
Okay.
After about
Max
60
did
seconds,
that.
it expires. And then it's just its little save icon again outside of the bubble. Max, for the next year, at the most random and inopportune times, magic surges from you and you create force fields around things. You could be yourself, creatures, or objects.
For the next year?
For the next year.
She chose years, and I rolled 1.
Oh.
Well, thank God you only rolled a 1.
That's
Oh.
Oh yeah, no. A good thing it's only a 1. It's just the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, that's
And you could have said like the
interesting.
most random and inopportune times.
Yeah,
Yep.
inopportune times.
I don't like that. But it'll be fun. It'll
You're
be
coming
fun.
home from a great,
What if-
awesome date. Everything went perfectly. Movie, dinner.
Boing, boing, boing.
Going, no,
Well,
what's worse
I
is
mean-
what if you started
Oh no,
bubbling our
it's
enemies?
she's gonna go back home to her girlfriend's. It's gonna go boing, boing, boing.
Wow.
Sorry, had to be done. This one
Oh,
roast
hey, it's
stream.
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. Good timing, Mom.
That is the best comedic timing Mom has ever had.
My God, congratulations,
Hello,
Mom. I did not. I don't know how to do that.
What was option? What were the options that I could have gotten
It was-
for that?
It was minutes,
Instead of that, oh yeah,
Or seconds, minutes, hours.
it was days, minutes, years, weeks.
Yeah, days, minutes, years, weeks.
Are you kidding me?
You chose
And
years. That's why I sent it to Nate beforehand so he could see it, and I just watched his face sink.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck. Sorry, kid. You're a bubble girl now.
Finish up drawing and I hand the papers over to Soren.
The very good depiction of what described as the vision she saw of Jaeger
Fuck is this?
handing you see the creature.
That's
And-
gonna happen to Jaeger.
Jaeger pulls a crystal out of his arm and touches it to some ring. And then you see a family, like it's like a comic panel. There's like 8 panels.
So he's gonna give power to a thing and get his family?
That's just what I saw.
Is he fucking possessed?
Well,
Sounds
that's-
like a demon. You drew a
Is-
demon.
Is that the
Basically
thing that?
drew the Night Walker. Is what she drew.
Wait. Isadora takes a look at it. It's the thing. It's the
And it's also the thing that Max saw floating over him once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his weird.
You've seen this fucking thing before.
yes.
Yes.
Did you shoot it?
No.
Either of you? No? Fuck.
No.
I can't shoot things.
Well, you have, I don't know, zappy, shooty magic. You know what I mean.
Soren.
It was on Jaeger. How was I supposed to do anything without hurting Jaeger?
I don't know,
Soren.
shoot Jaeger. Huh?
This entity is what possessed Ravik when he killed me.
Excellent. Perfect. Lovely. Love that. Love that for us. Love that for him.
So for Jaeger to
And
get
now
his
it
family
possesses
back, he
Jaeger?
has to sacrifice his power to this thing?
I wonder if there's a book on it, and she just walks out.
Take the drawing.
Okay.
Because I don't want to look at that fucking thing, but also because you never know. Might help.
A owl comes floating. You called me from
Yeah.
here.
Points to the picture. Do you have anything on this thingy?
Which thingy? The portal,
Well-
the crystal thingy, or the
The
Night
big
Walker?
scary thingy. The
It's a
Night Walker.
Night Walker.
It's just a Night Walker?
Yeah, it's just a Night Walker. Well,
Okay.
no,
Well, that's not.
that one's taking a form of a night. No. I have nothing on this for you to have. No.
Why are you lying?
Don't-
to
He
me?
knows
don't-
something.
Don't
He
trifle.
knows something.
Do not trifle with those creatures.
He
Well-
knows something.
They
That,
I'm looking
that
this
creature
up.
killed me. That creature's the reason I died.
no, it's not.
What
Okay,
does that
not
mean?
literally, because yes, technically a man
Well,
cut out
yeah.
that was possessing him at the time.
Yes. Nothing possessed the man that killed me.
No, he just wanted you dead.
Well, I mean, that's what I thought, but then I didn't think that. So, I mean, that's not much of
Oh,
a
you
surprise
think he
still.
became that thing and it killed? No, that's not what happened at all.
Okay,
Then what
why don't you
happened?
tell us what happened? Seems as
No.
though you know for
No,
certain.
just definitely don't mess with whatever that is.
Well, unfortunately,
Well, no,
one of our friends is messing with it. So
You're
if
all
you
very
would please,
noisy and loud. Blair, would you like to speak somewhere else? And he
Sure, let's go.
takes Blair away.
can Max try to punch a wall, but it gets bubbled,
You
and so she doesn't like do anything.
you punch a wall and the wall gets punched.
Okay. I just think it would have been funny, but that's okay.
Mhm.
Ah! Ah! Anger.
Random and inopportune. So Blair, Al takes you down to a private table, which is really just a small office. Bloops you down into another room. Josh just panicking.
Sorry, Josh. Should have been here.
I let him know kind of what happened, but
Yeah, he bloops you elsewhere. God damn it. Now I have to go find really old notes. Okay, so what is it you want to know? I'm quite a busy person and you're yelling at me to...
I'm not trying to yell.
Sorry,
I just
your
had
friends got very, very loud.
They got very loud. I had a vision that this is gonna happen to our buddy Jaeger.
Yeah.
This thing is stuck
Sure.
to him or stuck around him or something with him.
More he went searching for power and attracted something very interesting to him.
Got it.
And has...
Mainly just checking, are we all gonna be okay?
Oh, sure. No, this mostly just affects him.
Is he gonna die at the end of this?
I mean, we all die at the end of everything, right?
You
I mean,
know
that's-
what I mean.
welcome to your new mortal coil and all those things. This is what happens to you. Is eventually you'll die.
It's fine.
Is this specifically going to kill him? No, that creature has ulterior motives. It wants to use him, and it has what he wants, so it's going to use that to get what it wants.
Got it. So it's got his family and it wants power from him for some reason.
No. The vessel is a threshold. That's all it is.
Think I'm getting it, but also not really.
No, I mean, Jaeger will deliver the agreed upon power to open the door for this creature, and really, it's after that, it's not any of your concern. It just wants a way onto the mortal plane. It's stuck in its own space and time, and it's sequestered away its prize, and it will exchange that prize for what it really wants, which is access.
Why would I want to come here, though?
Why did you want to come here?
Botrin asked me to come take care of everybody. He was very nice, so
Well, it is a creature of ethereal nature. It wants a physical body to be able to do things more powerful and gain access to the capabilities of mortals and be able to expand beyond itself. And right now, it's quite limited, stuck.
So just the usual MMO of more power, more fun stuff.
More power, do more fun things, and have access. And right now, it's exceeded the capabilities of its current form, and Jaeger is the vessel. He carries it to the bridge, to the threshold, and it will walk through when Jaeger makes it available.
Got it. Does this thing realize when it comes through it can bleed and die and all that fun stuff?
Sure. But I don't think it's thinking about that. I think it realizes that once Jaeger has what he wants, that nothing will happen to him. It will move on and do its thing. But in the interim, it granted powers to a mortal mind that was incapable of receiving them, and, would fall victim to the frankly brutish amount of strength that it grew accustomed to. And unfortunately, when the mortal mind slips like that, it can be swayed to do things. And I would suggest that if you want to keep your little cadre of friends together, you encourage the one with the big gun to stop asking questions of the one with the little guns.
So, don't let Isadora interrogate you.
That's a bad idea. Down that way lies madness. She's already accepted her new life and her fate. She should look at it as an acceptance and move on to her new role in this world and stop worrying about how she died, because she's going to uncover things that best just remain covered if she wants to make it through this. You'll need all of your strength to be able to face what's to come if it does come. And I suggest that you let things run their course. Don't try to interfere with what's to happen. Jaeger has a disposition about him to accomplish certain things.
Oh, I didn't intend to interfere. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to fuck everybody else in the process.
Unfortunately, the loom, as it were, and destiny and time and all those things have moved from a fabric to a thread. We need to see how this thread plays out. Otherwise, it would mean doom and destruction for us all. There are forces at work that are beyond your reckoning and working in other parts of Cyorion and the rest of the world that are trying to correct the loom. However, there are those that are taking advantage of the thread and trying to further their goals. And you are set upon the path of continuing with this thread. I suggest that you finish.
I intend to.
Good. Stop the inquiring nature of the other one. There is plenty of strong drinks in Eterna that can distract her. She should not be turning over stones she doesn't want answers to, because she thought she was broken and lost before. Down the way she walks lies madness.
I'll do my best. I am very good at distracting people.
Good.
By the way, I'm really sorry for discorporating those 7 people a long time ago.
It happens. People get discorporated. They found their way back to their corporeal forms eventually. No harm, no foul. In fact, I don't think they remember it at all.
Well, that's good.
I make sure to cleanse that portion, because it's quite horrifying to be discorporated.
Yeah.
You have not found that out yet, but I suggest you don't.
No, I don't intend to in this form. It's a lot more fragile.
Yes, I hear you've broken both ankles already.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. I think that's the word they use for it.
No, pain
when
is
something
generally not fun. No.
It was new.
New? Yes. Fun? No. Just like drinking turpentine is not fun, it's disgusting and will make you vomit. Those are not fun things. Just because they're new does not mean they're fun. No, I'm warning you because I fear that you're going to go out there and drink the worst things possible because you haven't tried things before.
Right. So
Death is
don't
more
try turpentine.
permanent
Got
in
it.
this. Yeah, death is very permanent in this state. Should you die, your soul will be lost to the cycle. There's no, oops, I died, I make a new form on the ethereal plane. That is gone for you. You are now connected.
I kind of figured that.
Even as a spirit host, you now have a soul that is connected to the cycle. You have given yourself to the cycle, young lady. It's time.
Yeah.
But
It's probably better for everyone that way. That way you all can stop dealing with this after a certain period of time.
With having a soul comes new great power capabilities, so you could rise above your station further than you believed possible. Which is why you were granted such an opportunity.
You really shouldn't have told me I can go gain power, because you know what I'm going to
I told you because I knew what you would do, my dear.
do.
Enjoy yourself. If you're quite done, I have other things that need tending to.
Yeah, sure.
Bloop.
Wee!
You're back up on the 10th floor with everybody else. Blair disappears with him. 2 seconds later, Blair comes back up mid-sentence.
Ah! Hi, I'm back.
Okay.
I have several choice words for that powerful man.
Save them, he can probably hear you.
Well, I'm gonna go see if I can check out this book, because it's gonna take me some time.
I can, I don't know. We can work in shifts, I suppose, and translate for you if it's of any consolation.
No, we don't want to.
I'll handle it.
We're just looking for a
No,
name.
you
and
don't
then
want
possibly
to. Sorry.
I know
If
it's
you're
Only
worried about how
translate
much
if we
time
find
you
what we
have
want.
left, you don't
Yeah, we
want to
gotta deal with
spend your
that.
last few hours, several hours, possibly even days, reading this. It's not pleasant. Save yourself.
Isadora has opened it and is already looking for the name.
She got a post-it note with the name in one hand and is like trying to match the symbols in the other hand.
Yeah.
checking one word at a time. No.
Not that one. Not that one.
We're going to be here a while.
No. It's not that slow. She's definitely just like looking through until she finds that symbol.
So,
All right. So
for
he's
what
asleep.
comes next, I think we should first figure out what's wrong with Soren, because I feel like that takes precedence.
Yeah, we don't want you dying.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
I don't want me dying either.
Yes, good. That's a good attitude.
You're muted.
Dude, I generally
She's not
possess.
muted.
She is.
Yeah.
She's server muted.
Because suddenly a
Oh.
bubble appears around her.
Oh.
And we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with
Gets
us.
to fuck with Sarah.
Such a dick move.
We'll see you guys in about 5 minutes or so. Taking a quick break. Thanks, everybody. You're unmuted, Sarah. We'll be right back. Bye.
Where's
Be right back.
Sarah? How dare.
Sarah stepped on her baby.
Stepped on
It was an
her fluffy baby
accident.
kitten.
How do you?
It was
how could you?
dark.
We should clarify that the baby is an animal, not a real baby.
That doesn't make
Yes,
any sense.
sorry.
Baby.
She stepped on the floofy baby.
She's evil, but she's not that evil. Come on.
Evil enough to step on a fluffy kitten? I'd probably rather step on a child than a kitten. I've got kids and cats. I'd rather step on the kids.
The worst is when you accidentally step on the cat, not knowing that they were there, so you put like weight into it.
All of it.
She was there.
And you hear, and they make a sound you've never heard before, and your heart just shatters.
Sarah's broken.
Did y'all see the TikTok about the scientist who
David in the
invented a ninja?
stream. Hold on.
Oh, David!
David!
David, if you have not
Hello.
heard Botrin's new name, it is Anirian, and there's a beautiful discussion in Discord we can share with you sometime. But Anirian is hanging out, being the dreamer these days.
Speaking of, can't we like go divine some answers?
Well, we're talking
that's
about
what
stepping on
Max Neal
cats.
was trying to suggest.
Apparently, we can ask future me what the solution was, and then just go do that.
We can certainly try. We don't know how
Do divine
divination
science.
works.
Fuck it, I don't know. I'm not a divination wizard. I stab stuff.
Let's go attempt to divine things.
Yeah. So
the worst that happens,
it
we
looks
fail.
like it looks like what's his name Thistledown is going to be out for a while. We don't know how long
Took a
his
nap.
shit is thinking. Right.
He has to sleep on himself. right?
Yeah, he
He's
can't sleep on
out.
himself. He's out. He's out cold.
What if
All right.
we drew something on his face?
I just start dragging Maximilian.
Max Bill down.
I start floating towards him with the paintbrush in hand.
Fuck. I have
Yes!
so many hands. I need help.
Yes.
Little mustache.
Lifting Blair up by like the
Yes.
scruff of
Mustache. Give the elf a mustache.
Oh.
Slow.
Just-
Hi, Dorn.
Come on, Blair, not the time to do that.
But he's sleeping. It's absolutely the time to do
Ah,
it.
I agree.
Isidore is already
personally.
like,
I thought you were trying to, work on the consequences of your actions and the
I
whole
still have yet
being.
to feel consequences to my actions.
Well, consider this a consequence. Let's go.
Okay. Whee!
Yeah,
This is a
consequences
consequence
aren't fun. Consequences aren't fun, though.
So this shouldn't be a consequence because this is fun.
No, a consequence would be if he woke up and he got really mad and he like said something mean to you that hurt your feelings.
I
That'd be a
don't
consequence.
Good.
I'm sorry, I actually didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said I don't think he could hurt my feelings.
You're too
Damn!
transparent. You're the wrong shade of blue. Your hair's all too ghosty. I don't fucking know. Come on.
No. Have you like never had to insult someone before?
Believe
you
it or
don't
not,
go
I
for
actually
the-
try to be nice. So no.
Okay. You're really bad at it.
I'm aware.
See, where I'm from, when you can't like actually outright insult someone like that, you have to like say it subliminally, under,
Blah, blah, blah.
Subtly.
yeah, subtly. You know, you can't like
Insulting my appearance would not work at all because I chose how I look, so I'm happy with it.
yeah.
Oh, I was caught up in the wrong part of that statement. I was stuck on you have parents, but no, you don't. You have no parents. No, that doesn't matter.
So you all.
Well, I mean, to be
Oh,
fair, most of us don't have parents.
I should have got
Are
the
we going
point
to
there.
the Dream Spire? To
We're
fix
walking,
the
sorry.
ears?
You guys are all talking about this as you're walking towards the spire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spire of the Dreamer.
can I roll to see if I found my name?
You don't yet. The book is
Okay.
large enough that it's not time for you to roll.
Okay.
Still on the same page.
Did Did you get permission to take the book out? Because as you walk out of the library, the book disappears from your hands.
No,
She said that she did.
not yet. I wanted to see if I could check it out before we leave.
Okay. So you head down and speak to one of the librarians at the front. You want to check out this tome particularly? She flips
That
to the
is
front
correct.
of it. I'm sorry. This is available for in-house study only, not for checking out.
Why?
Because it's a very rare tome written by a draconic aspect, apparently.
You believe that? This was in the kids section. You really don't think you think this isn't fiction?
Just because you viewed it as fairy tale, some people think that there's still merit and reality to these works.
Do
It was
you
not
feel
a
that way?
kids section that was some asshole of a student who believed it to be fake and spoke to you on the way past.
I know that this is like a really important book, but would it be possible if we promise that we'll be careful with it, that we can like take it just for a couple days and return it before we leave town?
Unfortunately not. It's been sorted to the restricted to the in-house study only section.
Can we
And she
ask
waves
Alaric?
a hand
Could you-
over it, and there is pitch black smoky chains hooked to the spine of the book, and you can see a spider web of these chains that run up the entire spire.
Is there any way you could just
Can we ask
do us a
Alaric?
solid and let us
No,
Do us a
That's
solid.
A favor.
do us a favor?
I could if I wished to be removed from existence by Alaric. No.
Can we speak to him?
Please?
I don't think we have enough credit with that man thing.
Blair
Or
does.
Whatever.
But we
Blair,
could try.
please. This is
Do you
really
think we
important to
have-
Isadora.
Al, can we borrow this book, please?
He
We promise
pops
we'll
up.
be very nice with
He
it.
pops back up. I mean, if you think that you are greater than gods and you are important enough for this book, then it's important enough for your time to plant your ass in that chair and look through whatever you need to look through. If it's
tried,
that
guys.
important to you, you'll stay here and you'll look through it. If it's not that important, fuck off. And he disappears.
We are definitely testing his patience.
I tried.
You did, thank you.
Don't like that man.
I don't think he likes you either.
He pops back up.
Yeah,
Then you don't
that's
have to like
obvious.
my books. Boom, and pulls the chain and your book goes back up to its shelf.
Yeah, I really don't like that man.
What a frustrating character.
No, just so rude.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like he's proving a point or anything.
Blair started
He's
to
just-
walk
He's
away, so
literally
when
just
the
being an asshole.
I'm
spike
leaving.
comes upon them, it doesn't hit her.
He's just being
Who's listening? I'm
rude.
just gonna distance myself from the people.
Yep, just absolutely walking away from that bonfire waiting to happen.
You're talking for a moment and you look, you know, it's really rude. And then you realize that you never really had a friend named Isadora. She never joined the party. Somebody else helped you guys and you look to the side of you and Isadora's gone. And you don't know
Huh?
who that is.
Are you fucking with me?
And you don't remember meeting anybody named Isadora.
This is all of us?
Yeah, none of you remember meeting her.
Okay.
And you think, yeah, you were definitely supposed to go to the Spire of the Dreamer. And then you all walk out of the doors and get ready to leave the establishment. And you're like, why did we leave Isadora inside to talk on her own? And Isadora's standing outside waiting for you. Isadora, you had a brief conversation in another dimension, another little pocket of time, where this person said, look, I'm being very helpful to you. I'm giving you exactly what you need, but if it's not good enough for you to sit and look at it yourself here, you cannot take this with you. This is an important artifact. I collected it. It has been brought here to my library, and you will not fucking take it, or I will remove you from existence. Ask your friends how it worked out for them not knowing who you were. Thank you, good day. Phew. And you're left standing outside, and you guys have this brief moment of like, oh, Isadora is a real person, and you look outside, and she's standing out there waiting for you.
But for
How'd
a
you
brief
get out
moment,
here?
We didn't know she existed. and
Yeah,
didn't
for a
know who
brief
she was.
moment, you're like, yeah, Isadora's not a. Who is that? Like, does that some? Oh, it must have been a childhood memory, some friend that I made up or remembered.
Eyes go a little bit wide.
You remember like a whole bunch of shit talking that just happened, and then suddenly someone did not exist.
Walk up, pat her on the shoulder. You feel all right?
Oh, hug. Big
Yeah, come
hug.
on. Let's go. Let's
I'm
go
glad
away
you
from the-
exist.
Let's go away from the bad man.
They're just skipping ahead. Come on, guys. We gotta get to the spire.
Are you okay, Isadora?
Did it hurt? I know that sounds like a setup for some sort of bad pickup line, but I'm curious, actually, did it hurt not existing?
Did it hurt when you didn't exist for like
Definitely.
2 seconds?
There's a voice briefly in the back of your mind, Isadora. This tome is important to you. I'm not a complete ass. When you have the time, I will help you. You currently don't have it. Isadora, any response or okay? You have been promised assistance by some incredibly powerful creature when you have the time, but they really think you don't have the time right now.
And at least one of her party.
Okay, let's get to the spire.
We walk.
All right,
And we walk. They walk if I tell them to.
you head to the Spire of the Dreamer.
I know Jaeger's not here, but could he perhaps like keep a lookout and make sure nobody's fucking following us?
Yeah, definitely. We'll let him pin anything that he wants to, but he's hanging out with you guys, making sure that nobody's following. Which isn't an issue, considering your troves of fans are waiting for you as you walk into the Spire of the Dreamer.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's right. We sent them all here.
As you head in the door, Trayvon is standing in the entryway, looks back to you and is like, "What the fuck?" And then the crowd just surges towards you. Offerings being requested. Please bring this to Onirian. My son, my daughter, my child, please help my father. And then just a cacophony of echoing voices asking you for requests.
Can Blair just phase through all of them and start walking past
Yeah,
everybody?
Blair's just zoop gone.
Doran's gonna just pull a Andre the Giant in Princess Bride. Everybody move!
Make an intimidation check for the crowd.
Do we do the thing where he uses his strength for that, or?
Yep. Barbarians use strength for intimidation.
Damn it! I don't have any kind of fuck.
What was your roll there?
For that one.
It was a natural one.
I just wanted him to say it because I like it when he does.
Yeah,
You get up there and you shout, and a few people kind of like step back because even though it was a natural one, you still got a 7, and there's a few people intimidated by you, but others are just lavishly throwing things at your feet, begging you for offerings and blessings from Onirian.
Maximil is going to use thaumaturgy and is going to, hello, thank y'all for coming here. Unfortunately, we aren't able to process requests at the moment. Could you come back and possibly talk to someone who works here and not us? Like one of the priests or clerics. That would be very cool. That's what they're here for. They're here to help you. Thank you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
also, my character sheet. Yeah, that was my charisma intimidation. A strength intimidation would have been 10.
Okay.
10's good enough to move some of them.
Yeah.
That is for persuasion a 25.
You try to persuade the lot to move, and as you're getting up there helping, Doran try to intimidate people to move. You get the attention of most people, and then you hear a voice from behind you go, "God bless your heart, this is messier than a chicken coop on a tornado. Move your asses, you heard the woman." And
Oh,
Maribel
I
steps
feel
up
bad.
behind you, and people will just suddenly go, "Oh shit!" And then like they start to clear a path. It's mostly you, honey. It wasn't me. I just gave you the last little kick you needed. Get on up there. What the fuck y'all found yourselves in? And she walks
I don't
in.
even know.
Rodnan is
Misunderstanding.
Rodnan is working with Trayvon, and the two of them are clearing a path to the lift for you, and they get
There's
you
a
all
lift
up
just
there.
waiting, and everyone like,
Blair's over there in the lift, like holding the door open. He's like, "Come on, guys, go." Blair had definitely walked through the entire crowd, and nobody paid
some of
attention
us
to Blair.
aren't incorporeal. I need to stop saying words. That bubble needs to come back.
Are there still people that are crowding the way?
No, most of them have, like with the combination of
Yeah.
Maximil, Maribel, and Doran, they made their way up there. Oh, Lord have mercy! This place is more tangled up than a nest of snakes in a hayloft. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, you're special. She reaches out a hand and like shakes Blair's hand. Aren't you just the cutest thing since? Oh shoot, I don't know when. I haven't seen something so pretty as you. Look at you.
we already met.
Oh, we did. It's been a day, I tell you.
Max takes off her necklace real quick and touches it
Yeah,
to
it's
Maribel.
her, and she's just
Okay.
she is flabbergasted. Listen, we lost Bartran, and then you came along, and I've just been dealing with people all day, and I just need to sit somewhere. So, y'all, I just came over here looking for you, and this whole fucking crowd of people was here, and it was a mess.
Yeah.
Telling us.
Yeah, apparently
then
this is
that-
what happens when people know you're friends with gods.
Well, that makes two of them for the Midnight Parliament, doesn't it? With some weird mushroom person that you all told me about.
I take out
Alright,
Gus.
Gus is
No,
just sitting there,
that's-
just like,
She just starts counting on her fingers. Like 8, 9, me.
oh, she's real special. All right, Gus, lead the way, little buddy. He goes in and
I
happily
put
like
Gus on the ground.
he gets up there and like climbs up the wall and goes boop and hits the button after everybody gets on the lift.
I love Gus so much.
Gus loves you too.
I hope so.
He goes like,
All right. Well, the group of you heads up the lift in Valicor's Haven, looking for the getting notes ready. Here's actually heading up to this hall of divination. As you head up, you had this space dedicated to for foreseeing and understanding the ethereal plane. This hall, specifically as you get up on the lift, is thick with a subtle calming energy. The walls are adorned with tapestries depicting nebula, constellations, swirling galaxies. It's bathed in a soft light, shifting lights that mimic the colors of distant nebula. Much like looking out to the stars in that observation tower up at the very top of this tower, the Spire of the Dreamer. It's got that same kind of motif here, but it's clearly been painted on and enchanted in some way. It's mysterious and tranquil. The ceiling seems to vanish with a illusory night sky, glittering stars, both familiar and unknown, twinkle above, giving the sensation of standing beneath the vast expanse of the cosmos, and faint whispers like soft murmurs of dreams echo throughout the hall. One of the leaders of this space, clearly, adorned in robes, sees the group of you coming into the room, into this space, and steps up to speak to the group of you. Didn't think that we'd be seeing anybody so soon after the onset of a new dreamer. Celebration comes soon, but most people are mostly more concerned with the party in the next day, not divining the future. What brings the lot of... He gets a really good look at the group of you. A lot of you eclectic folk to our space. What can we do for you?
That would be me. We were over at the Spire of Knowledge, and do you know Alaric?
I've heard of him, not had the
Well-
pleasure myself, but
A creature
Pleasure.
gifted with incredible sight. He has informed me, or rather confirmed a suspicion I had, that there is something very wrong with me. And one of the passerby students claimed that we could come here and perhaps find out what it is or what the solution is through divination. So here we are.
I see. Well, we have divination services available. They are not too costly. 210 gold pieces for the service of the temple is quite a powerful spell and requires some materials to be sacrificed to complete the ritual, but be happy
Does
to perform
being
it
a
for you.
part of the party that brought back the dreamer give us a discount?
We do not follow the dreamer in the Hall of Divination. I apologize, milady, but we foretold your coming. People naturally didn't believe us, and then you came and brought the great sorrow we predicted, and now they seek to celebrate your arrival.
So you actually don't like us being here?
No, all things come to pass as anticipated. However, we have no ill will to you or joyous revelry in your arrival.
Hmm.
I'm sure the party can spare that gold. If you guys got it.
I take out.
Yeah.
You said 210 gold.
Yes, 210 total.
All right, I take out two platinum and 10 gold. Just
Very well. Who will
I just need to know
participate?
what's
You
wrong
need.
with me.
That's
Does your ritual, do they need to be present? Is there benefits to it or what?
we can help.
They can assist in the foretelling.
At your disposal.
Whatever we can do to help. I know Blair and I have some ooky spooky gifts.
Well, then the
That we
two
can
of you
help with.
would be quite helpful for this ritual. You could take a seat there. He directs you to the edge of this ritual circle further into the chamber, and Soren, he directs you to the middle of it.
Go and stand in the center.
The rest of you, you're kind of ushered away to a place where you can observe from the outside, but not be directly involved. Whereas Maximil and Blair sit in the center of the room as part of the conduits of this ritual. Soren, you're brought to the center of this room. As the priests begin the ritual, incense starts to fill the room. And soon it's thick, and you can't quite see through the haze.
Oh wait, sorry, I fucked that up.
2 plat is 20 gold. Yep, sorry, you did stiff the bill.
I genuinely fucked that up. I wouldn't have done that if. Oh my god, I thought it was 200.
You're okay.
They don't understand
Platinum.
Cyorion money.
She took it.
You were
She took it. She took
You're
it.
so
Dang it.
confident.
No, he's
You were so
correct.
confident.
I was just double checking. I was double checking all my omens, getting ready. Thank you, Zach. Zach, you can have inspiration to hand off to anybody you please.
I'm
'cause I know
too
you're involved.
honest.
You're too honest. So it is a total of 210 gold. So you would have given them 22 gold at this point.
Okay, fuck. I don't have the money
Pretty
for
sure
this.
the
Never
part-
mind.
Through the party, we probably have the rest, I
The
guess.
party does have the remainder of the money if you want them to.
I can chip in 10 platinum. That's another
I'll-
100 gold.
I'll also chip in.
So
I'd
you
prefer
need
to
to
chip
chip
in
in-
5, but if someone is able to,
fucking money.
So you
is-
need
is-
to chip in 8 more to cover the rest of it, and then we can figure out the rest later. If you'd
I'll
like.
chip in the 8.
Okay, so Doran
Platinum.
10, Max 8.
Yep,
I am down to now
I'm saving up.
20
but-
platinum.
This is
Sorry, I have no
important.
monies.
I never have any fucking money in this game. I don't know why.
I don't know
Doran,
why I have
you're
so much.
Not. You should be at that much platinum. Because I was looking at the wealth before you removed it.
But, oh. What?
Was I on
All
the
right,
right
I'm not
page?
going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Because you were at 40 before, from what I saw.
Oh, I saw 30 the whole time. So
I saw 40, so I'm gonna be
okay.
We'll be fair because what I saw
I will
won't let you lose that.
take that.
Okay,
then.
so money's good. But Soren, you are washed over with the scent of all of this incense, this piney tar flavor, as you open your eyes in a secluded woodland bathed in the silvery glow of a crescent moon. You know that divination magic is interesting. It kind of puts you in contact with a god potentially, or a god's servants. You get to ask a single question regarding a specific goal, and they're casting the divination ritual on you. So you get to ask a single question, and it was, "What's wrong with me?" I'm assuming, was it correct?
What's wrong with me and how do I fix it, if that's one question?
Sure. You get the response in the form of an omen. You stand in this glade, this woodland glade, clearly somewhere near the Wastemanor Forest, far from where you are now, in the glow of a crescent moon, a single crescent moon above you. The gentle breeze rustles the leaves, carrying a faint melody of distant whispers. And as you feel like getting lost in this place, the presence of Maximiel and Blair behind you press you forward to stay the path and continue through the forest. And you come to the edge of a still pond. The crescent moon reflects upon the tranquil waters, creating this luminous pathway. The reflection seems to beckon, and that reflection whispers to you. And you hear in the whispers, "Sarai," her name cut through. As you stand by the edge of the path, looking out across the lake, this moonlit pathway, you see water lilies, night blooming, rare and delicate flowers blossom along the pathway, each petal carrying fragments of the past. At times when maybe you were too stern and protective, times when she stepped away from you slightly, and on the other side, ultimately, that reconciliation that kind of aches within you now after that last letter that came from her. You see a host of gentle fireflies emerge, hovering in the air and forming an intricate pattern, resembling those bonds of a familiar tree. But even though she was never yours by birth, you became intrinsically connected to her. And you hear her name along that path as you watch those fireflies dance, guiding away towards some impending reunion. You hear a soft melody carried by the wind, this hum filling the air. You recognize it. A tune that your wife used to hum as she was cleaning house or doing chores with Sarai. This music of love and forgiveness and togetherness that echoed within you when you found that warmth of the family together in those small hours, those quiet times in the bookshop and in the arcanery, working with your wife and daughter. And finally, the crescent shadows from the moon itself. You see them cast out and creating a shadowed bridge across this lake. Each shadow telling a story of mistakes and missteps you've made, but realizing that those missteps are part of the path, all of them serving as a chance for you to redeem and leading the way to Sarai on the other bank. Changed and different. It's something within this reconciled relationship with a daughter who has moved beyond your understanding and capability, that this changed version of her is the part that your body needs. Something within her guides you to redemption. And as soon as the omen appeared, and as real as it felt, it all fades away in a moment, and you see Maximiel and Blair behind you, breathing deeply, waiting for something to happen. And as soon as they take that breath and look up to you, waiting for some recognition, the priest finishes incantation and says, "All is complete. You've been given your guide." Blair and Maximiel, you're both... This happened instantly. The smoke filled the room and it was gone as soon as it appeared.
Magic's gonna magic.
Did you see that as well?
I did.
See what?
See what?
The vision.
Soren, the
I
vision
don't-
is true to you. The question you spoke to the gods has been answered. I hope you can find whatever reconciliation is necessary, but she probably holds your answer.
Oh. All right. Start kind of walking back out.
Wanders next to him, head tilted up, looking at him. So where are we going?
Tavern?
What?
Where are we
Uh,
going?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Said something about reconciliation. The only person that you've told us about being upset with you is your kiddo.
Yeah. She told me she never wants to see me again.
I also don't think she wants you to die.
Whether she wants it or not, I'm not going to, so. I'm just confused, and I fucking hate cryptic mysticisms. Well, I don't do divination magic.
Should we go to tavern?
Can we even reach tavern from this
I
side?
See why we wouldn't be able to.
Why not? I mean, fucking sending stones works. Regular sending works. The hell, the Rocky Talkie works for Philo.
Well, if it is indeed the next step we need to take, then we should take it. Do we have anything else we need wrapped up here?
Fight Club, meet with the Royals.
Right.
Lots of things.
Also, the, criminal business.
Get back in touch with them. I should send to them now, actually. Cast. Oh, wait, do I have. I think I have sending prepared.
Thank you.
I do.
I have it prepared.
I have it prepared. I know how to do
Have
it
it
if you want me
prepared.
to do it. Okay.
What the fuck was the criminal lady's name?
Oh,
Where did my documents go?
Little Liana.
Liliana, thank you.
She called me frail. That was my note next to it.
Just in parentheses, she called me frail.
Yes.
I like the idea of Maximiel having a burn book of just like, I met this person, she called me frail, fuck her.
I feel like that book has just grown so many paragraphs since we got here.
There's at least 3 chapters on the fucking Ebon Hand agents that infiltrated her family.
And this one snores.
So sending to Liliana. Hello. Apologies for the tension at our last meeting. We're meeting with the Royals soon, but we would like to meet with you after. Sound good?
A moment later, sending comes back. If necessary, I will meet with you. The usual spot. Sounds apropos. That's it.
Usual spot sounds fine. Looking forward to it.
Isadora, as you're sitting out there waiting for this ritual, you had been snubbed so unfairly by this denizen that walks space and time on a whim and thinks of mortals as playthings, by what you can tell. The importance of your book cast aside, and you feel something rustle in your pocket while you're watching this omen unfold before you momentarily. But during that brief moment, you feel something move in your pocket.
What is in there?
There is a sealed piece of paper with a wax seal on it.
What does the seal look like?
You saw the same seal on the necklace and the ring of the Archmage from the library. You're just from the Spire of Knowledge you had just visited. Malarian Stormweaver.
She breaks it, pops it open, hoping it's in a language she can read.
In common, it says, "Esteemed child of Gwair, by the grace of the cosmos and the weave that binds us all, this missive reaches with you. I, Archmage Stormweaver, extend to you tidings that concern your lineage and noble heritage of the city of Gwair. The esteemed nobles, known by the name of Sinowil, bear a tapestry of fate that woven with threads of significance. Beneath the moonlit arches of Gwair, your parents presided over ancestral domains with wisdom and grace. However, veiled shadows linger in the corner of your heritage and lineage, secrets that have ripened over the years like forgotten fruits in an orchard of time. Beware, for the answers you seek may unveil a tapestry stained with both light and shadow. As stars have whispered to me, the paths ahead is fraught with trials, but within the heart of adversity lies the crucible of change. So seek the archives of Gwair. Delve into the cryptic tomes of the moonlit library, the ruins of which lie in the sable peaks sent far beneath the crust of the earth with the destruction of Gwair. Consult the knowledge that lies within, should you find it. May the light of our dark star of Eterna guide your steps and the arcane winds that carry this message to you in a timely manner, in the service of the cosmic tapestry. Signed, Archmage Stormweaver.
Hey. Can I get that written down?
Yeah,
For my notes.
I got you. I'll send it to you directly later.
Okay.
Can you send it to the rest of us?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Question.
Mhm.
Before we leave, I'd just like to ask the person who's did the ritual. Do you by chance give out student discounts?
It depends. Are you a student of the Spire of Knowledge, or what? Or are you an acolyte within the Spire of the Dreamer?
Students of the KLA, the Kaiser Vexus Luminary Academy?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that
Of
academia.
Cyorion?
Of where? We've heard of
It's a big school. It's a big
speakings-
school.
We've heard speakings of distant, far-off realms that host academies, but had no way to contact them to validate their academia, as it were.
Blows mind. Blows mind. Do it.
It's really just, it's a great school of high quality.
I'm sure it is, but when your mind dabbles in the divine and the portents of beyond, you tend to just lock it out, do your job, and not think too long. So, no, I do not have additional discounts for you. Thank you, madam.
Okay, worth a shot. I can show you my student ID.
Congratulations. I can write
Okay.
my name on a piece of paper as well with the student identification.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I like
be
sending
fair.
to Soren. To be fair, I sending to Soren like subtly, and I go, to be fair, that's really what I was just gonna do is write my name on a piece of paper, but
You don't have a student ID? From somewhere? I mean, assuming you had some sort of instruction on the city.
I mean, a tutor who occasionally showed up.
That's different.
I did reading. I didn't really get to socialize very much. I don't
Yeah.
know if you can tell.
So then, like, fancy people like princesses have private tutors. It's a whole thing.
No, I'm aware. I just assumed that they had some sort of codified registry of who was their students. I don't fucking know. Listen,
Alright.
I learned from literally finding and reading books. I taught myself how to read. It's like
No, it's impressive.
I learned from an old man on a boat.
that feels like it would be nauseating.
To this day, I cannot read while at sea. It makes my stomach queasy.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
I don't
Anyways.
know where I learned anything.
The void beyond grants you knowledge.
Eons of lived experience, mystic
Those
knowledge,
who came
imparted from
before
others,
and those who will come after.
drawn from the ether and all the terrible omens.
From
See, I'm gonna
the
need you guys to write
Celestials.
my entrance speeches when I become an all-powerful creature.
I like the when. I like the positivity of the when. That's what we need. More positivity.
I mean, I said when and Elric said yeah, so
Nice.
It feels like you're just going back to your old job.
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about what's going on with you and all your dying things.
Yeah.
So
Join the club.
our thing is we're gonna meet with the Royals. That's like coming up soon, I think.
That's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. Okay, so we can go to tavern right now.
Right, Ben? Tomorrow? Meeting? With
Yeah,
Dr.
you're meeting with them
Velador
tomorrow.
And
You could head over there now if you wanted to.
I look at the pain-tolerant member of our party. Look over at Doran. You have a bandage. Do you prefer to rip it off or let it sort of just wear out its use and then peel off on its own?
Where I come from, strength is paramount, and to do anything less than rip off the band-aid is considered a weakness.
Don't want to disappoint them. Who wants to go to a magical tavern that wanders around the world and doesn't actually exist in anyone's physical space?
Yay!
I could do with a drink from Marfello.
Morph,
Alright.
morph.
Let's find somewhere to put this fucking door. Since we are in a populated city, can we try and find some like dark alleyway that is not going to draw a boatload of attention from random people that are going to flood into this fucking place?
Yeah.
We have
no,
a
one of
don't we
our
have a
hotel
tavern
rooms?
room?
You guys
we
have a
have a
tavern
hotel
room.
room,
You
an
guys
inn
have
room.
you guys have tavern rooms. Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. The at the place we were staying. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
go back there, I guess.
So you can head there. There's a wall where you can just attach the door handle to and see what happens.
Take it out. Watch it not work.
It clicks into place. The door
Hmm.
makes its outline. And
Were you
can
hoping it wouldn't
turn
work?
the handle and open it.
A little.
Would you Oh, okay.
You turn the handle and open it. Wherever tavern is right now, slightly cold. Brisk air hits you as soon as you open the door. You can see that it's parked within some port city. You can hear the cawing of gulls as you step inside. A few people of Goliath or Furbolg birth inside the tavern. Let me get a history check from the group that is, let's see, let me get Soren, Isadora, Blair, not for you, Maximiel, and Doran. Let me get history checks from you all.
28. Natural 20.
28, nice. Oh my god, and another
Oh my
nat-
God.
I just got a natural too.
All of my dice are going to jail today. I haven't rolled above a 10. There are
Not a
3 in
free
here.
Oh. So, and Doran with a
You gotta burn
10.
some
I got
sage
a
over it.
10.
Isadora and Soren.
Huh.
Tavern's likely somewhere in the steppes of Galea, the northernmost continent besides Udeland. Home of humans, Furbolgs, Viking Goliath creatures that exist up in the shrouded peaks of the rolling hills and fjords that make the northernmost parts of the steppes of Galea. It's crisp, slightly fishy smelling, but refreshing, homey. And you see outside the tavern, people are going about their business. It's a busy fishing port town. You happen to be in the city of Valsard, which is the starting point of Shades of Blue, their first city that they played in.
So before we go in, I give everybody the explicit what we know rundown of how this fucking thing works. That when you walk in there, it attaches some sort of weird connective cord to you that is almost invisible, and it creates essentially a body double for you to walk around in, like a full-on replica made of mushroom shit. And it sticks you in a pod just in case anything goes wrong.
I thought that only happens if you try to leave.
I thought that was if you are in there at all.
That's if you walk through the Hearth and Home doorknob and then try to leave tavern into the city, or if you come in through the city and then try to leave through the Hearth and Home knob.
Okay, so then that criteria then.
Yep. At that point, a duplicate is quickly made of you.
Yeah. So just so you know what we're walking into, and
So basically, you all want to stay in tavern and not leave the town if you want to make sure you're the same person.
Although that may help you out, Soren.
And as you're having this conversation about what's, the paranoia of what's happening and things that are going on, Morfello sees the door open, waves at the lot of you. Stopped doing the tenderly thing just to ease your tensions the next time you came through, Soren. Sarai's request.
all right, disregard all of that then.
But I should warn you, you walk through that door, the risk is yours. Tavern no longer takes it.
Understood.
Yeah.
What is
Who's a
going
good
on? And where
boy?
are we?
I don't know, but I'm going through.
Somewhere very far away from where we started. Don't
Pet
worry.
the
I know
wall of
exactly where we
tavern.
are. How did that happen? And what is this place?
You open the door and you see Jaeger, Doran, Soren, Maximiel all walk in talking to this strangely vested fellow who looks kind of like a tiefling, but he's got these big black sunglasses on, bottle cap size, with an ascot and no jacket on, so it looks fairly formal, but is speaking to a couple other people, giving out some food, and sees you all come in. Yes, new friends, please come in and
Come on, Isadora, let's go.
Interesting.
See Max just hugging the wall.
I promise it doesn't bite.
You promise she doesn't bite, pointing to Blair.
No, I don't.
It's
Hi.
hard to promise anything with her, really.
Honestly.
Fair, okay.
I'll only bite if you ask.
But she will
That's
be
the
on
type
her
of biting we
best
invite.
behavior.
Are you promising things for me, Doran? So that means the consequence falls on you if I misbehave?
No, he is promising
no,
for you because you
I'm-
would not do it yourself. This is not the place to fuck around. We will tell
I
you
didn't
that
plan to fuck
explicitly.
around.
Blair,
This
you
is-
hear just the
Don't know that.
I have something materializing next to you, and you see that this another copy of Morphello steps out of the wall next to you.
Hi.
You can choose to do whatever you like, my dear. We appreciate all sorts of chaos around here, so please just make yourself at home, dear. Enjoy yourself.
She is not the person you should have fucking said that to. Oh,
I
man.
doubt that she's capable of changing the world any more than old Vobs is, if you know what I mean.
We're calling it that?
Of what?
You mean you've seen the great one himself, Voblasayad. We just kind of call him Vobs these days. That's
Who?
Vobs.
You know, okay, I take out Gus.
It's a cute bit of nomenclature from Sarai. We
Yeah,
all-
he got
that's
it.
true.
We've met
Okay.
different like aspect dragons and sometimes weird deity things. This is kind of like one of those weird deity things.
I take out Gus and point to him.
Gus
say,
has got a
"This is a little
hand
bit
on
of
the
pause."
tavern, is just kind of like going.
That's a piece of it.
Yeah.
It's
A piece?
a
Yeah.
pseudo godlike mushroom mimic entity of obscene and awesome power, and
Yeah.
is
He's really
essentially
cute.
also this entire building. And that
Is
guy
this
kind of
whole
pops
thing?
too. It's
A mimic.
It's all a mimic.
We're inside a mimic.
Yes.
The
But
last
this
thing
is a
that I would
friendly
call
mimic. He's a
him,
good
Father,
good.
is obscene.
Obscene in the sense that it is unthinkable that something could actually manage that much power.
As you're saying it, Soren, I would say that the drastic physical change of Sarai causes you to catch your words in your throat, possibly? Question?
Nope.
You get a look back and the rest of you see Sarai. Since the last time you saw her, the schoolgirl from Busat, moving out to experience the world with Tavern, with this interesting creature, Morphello. This Asmar girl who once radiated celestial grace now bears the peculiar mark of an unholy pact with a fungal god. Her once golden hair has taken on a verdant hue intertwined with delicate mycelium that sprawls across her head and neck like an ethereal crown. Fungal growths, luminescent and otherworldly, adorn her celestial visage, casting an eerie glow that hints at the otherworldly nature of her newfound power. Her eyes, once radiant pools of celestial light, now shimmer with the unsettling bioluminescence of fungus. Her demeanor, though still carrying that echo of innate celestial goodness, has taken on an ethereal and detached quality. The air around her seems to hum with the whisper of unseen spores, a testament to the fungal patron who's granted her newfound warlock capabilities. Despite the transformation and the growths of mushrooms coming out of the back of her head, creating a crown of hair, Sarai carries herself with an otherworldly beauty, haunting amalgamation of celestial grace and eerie embrace of fungal magic. Midnight
you look
Parliament, good to
so
see you all
good.
again. Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, you look so cool. You look so good, Sarai. Oh my god.
This is nothing, thank you.
Nothing. You look so badass. God damn.
Happens when you embrace all of eternity with Voblasayad at your side. Father?
Father?
She nods at Soren.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Yes.
How did you know that?
I've been with them in a way for a long
Oh.
time.
You're right.
Hello.
I hope you're all comfortable. Please, Morphello will find you rooms. I have much to do. We are extensively researching the corruption of these these burl hearts that have taken over some of the forest regions of the steppes of Galea. I hope you don't mind, but I was just on my way out to collect new samples. I've been working with a druid by the name of Blue. In his weakened state, we've been helping him to regrow his forest domain. So, please, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way. I'll speak with you all this evening. Thank you. She hurriedly walks out the door, steps out into the street.
I look at Soren and go, that could have gone a lot worse.
Morfella just, sorry, Soren. I knew she was leaving, but you kind of chosen inopportune time to walk through that door. Do you know what I mean? Rooms, yes. Stiff drinks, maybe.
That sounds good.
Three for you. Yes, okay. Well, drinks. Tavern is most excited to have you here, and the whole structure kind of shudders slightly. The individuals having their food and beverage don't seem to notice anything strange happening. Yes, interesting place we're in. The Steppes of Galea, quite an interesting culture. Great things happened here. The Shades of Blue had come through and stopped a god of greed from sucking the life out of the land. It's just fascinating stuff. Drinks,
Shades of
yes. Shades of Blue, quite a unique group. Drinks,
And wasn't that druid named Blue?
yes, that's where they get their namesake from. Is, he
that's so
left the
neat.
group and they became Shades of Blue after he left. It's just a whole thing. Yes, me drinks, and he seems clearly, even though he's standing next to a copy of himself, he is more beside himself than he's ever been, trying to get over the awkwardness of Sarai and Soren meeting back up. He's bringing drinks and food and taverns. Like there's a little bit of music happening in the air that you've never heard before. Something's people trying to entertain the place a little bit more, as the air is definitely shifted in this place. But eventually, quickly, I shouldn't say eventually, very quickly, drinks and some sort of, warm bread and stew is served to you, some local favorite, and a bunch of drinks, pitchers of drinks of different types, so are set next to Soren, so he can choose whatever is the best to him, and Morfello just doesn't know what the fuck to do right now. He's just like, booze, 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 here's some cups, y'all figure it out.
Blair mentally to Morphella, remember, Soren doesn't drink.
Maybe he changes his mind today. I don't know. That's a lot to put on a person. Yes, it just gets back to work. There's tea and booze, but he's very concerned and does not know how to act. This is the guise of somebody who clearly knew that this day was coming and did not know how to deal with it on the horizon.
Max just sits next to Soren and awkwardly sort of puts an arm around his and just does everything but just locked arms.
You all have some time as plenty of food and drink is brought out to everybody. Isadora, Blair, you get to partake in the awesomeness that is Tavern and Morfello's Traveling Goods. For the first time, you all get some food and drink, but Soren is notably very quiet, trying to figure all this out.
1,000-yard staring, 45-degree angle down, just...
Mentally to Soren, do you want to talk about it, or do you want to be left alone for a bit?
Out loud. I don't really have an answer for you. Not opposed, but I don't really know what to say.
Do you want to say to Sarai?
Don't know.
What do you feel?
Confused, but it's not about her.
What's it about?
confused to like what you're supposed to do.
Yes, that ritual, whatever it was, the culmination of it was that we were supposed to come here, and this is going to be some sort of absolution, some sort of restorative something. I don't know. Cryptic mysticisms. But following the train of logic, I don't like where it leads, and I don't know what I'm supposed to make of it or what I'm supposed to do now.
Well, maybe now that Sarai made her super cool warlock pact with Vobs, she knows some sort of magic that can help you.
Would that check out for my understanding of magic, Ben?
You're not really sure. Like, it's possible that there's something to do with that, but really, like, you got a lot more questions than you do answers right now. And maybe, you know, following Sarai and figuring out what the issue is or working with her could help you, but I'm not sure.
I mean,
I
Soren, you said that the rot lady, Imana, was the one who messed you up, right?
From what I can make of it, yeah.
I mean, mushrooms always clear up rotting stuff.
Do they?
Yeah.
I understand
Usually-
that they grow on rotting things.
They
feed
usually
on.
consume it.
Yeah.
So then if
Mushrooms 1,
consume,
rot 0.
if mushrooms consume rot, then perhaps it is indeed some kind of mushroom magic that Sarai will be able to apply to whatever is going on with you.
Maybe.
I wish she hadn't rushed out the door. We kind of need her here to talk about this stuff.
She'll probably come back with a
Later.
clearer head too when she gets back.
She did
I
say
can
that
also-
she would speak to us tonight.
Yeah. When is tonight? What time is it?
It is bright
What
and
time is it?
early daytime in Cyorion and Galea.
Oh,
We're gonna be late.
we need to get this done quickly.
As you
Sorry,
guys are kind of discussing
Dorian.
that, Morfello kind of steps in.
Do you have any way of reaching her?
Well,
Yeah.
Quickly?
Vobs and Tavern have been discussing what's possible, and
What's possible? What do you mean?
maybe step outside.
Will that not immediately kill me like you were warning me about?
Maybe step outside. Tavern was concerned before, but Vobs has worked more with Sarai, and maybe there's new ways to deal with things.
Well, if I die inexplicably because of this and turn into a puddle of red mist and goo, it was an honor, and we're going to trust this is going to work. 'Cause I
If
have
someone
no
has a
other
diamond,
ideas.
I can fix it. Don't be red mist.
Like
We don't have any money. No.
Morfello holds up a big old diamond. Is like, here, just hold on to that, Miss.
Thank you.
I will take that
Just
back
make
if we
that out
don't
of-
need that. Nope, I've had it for a bit because we expected this to be coming. But if you don't need that, I will be taking it back. Thank you very much.
That's totally fine.
All right. Vobs,
Just
come
stand at the
through.
precipice. Yep. I'm expecting to pop. The entire time in my head, I'm just thinking, like, this is it. I'm walking to my death. I've never died before.
Never
As
died
the
before.
door swings open, the early morning hours of Valsard, a rush of crisp seaside air envelops the senses of you in the city. You smell the salt water mingling with the briny freshness of the sea, carried on a breeze that dances with the chill of northern winds. Seagulls cry overhead, their haunting calls echoing the vast expanse of the open oceans further to your south. The air is invigorating, laden with the promise of a new day at sea. You sense the hint of seaweed and weathered docks, adding an earthy depth to the atmosphere, marking those final inhales as you step outside, reminding you of the city's connection to the untamed beauty of the northern waters. You realize these breaths may be your last. You step out beyond the precipice. Close the door behind you. Eyes closed softly, waiting for the end to come. You breathe deep. The salty ocean air filling your lungs. Vobs and Tavern have worked together and upgraded the capability of the knob in Hearth and Home. You now have 3 days on either side and are capable of moving beyond the portal and exploring the area around the city. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Yay, not dead.
You are not dead. You are very much standing in the streets going, You are alive. And you could definitely follow Sarai and see what's what. But
I mean,
you
I'm
are-
glad you're still here, but it would have been nice to have a buddy in death.
You are all the next 3 days maximum in the steppes of Galea in northern Cyorion. What
Does this
happens
mean
at the
a
end of those?
crossover episode?
What happens at the end of those 3 days is for the initial part of the